Well, hello and welcome to Unscripted Conversations in Moment with Coach Jackie
Hello.
and Coach Shalonda. And y'all, we are so excited today because it's the end of the year, it's the end of our season. We look back and we're like, oh my God, we got a lot of episodes in just for something that we just felt led to do, and we didn't know it was going to go this long, this far. So we thought today we would just kind of unscripted per usual go over what the year has been like just with us doing this together and just outside of the year and just kind of wrap up everything as a whole because we're going to go into 2024. Can you believe it? Oh my
Wow.
gosh. So, Coach Jackie, how are you today?
Well, I am doing well, kind of relaxing today, doing a little
Okay.
bit of cooking something for dinner. So
Okay.
today's going pretty good. What about you?
Well, not quite relaxing, but but I'm doing well. I've been like back to back today with clients and
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm here now with you. So I get to kind of relax for a moment. So thank you for this moment in my day to relax.
You're welcome.
So I was looking back in like over all our episodes and like the titles and trying to remember what we talked about. And I'm curious to know, just from your perspective, what do you make of this season and what were some of your highs and lows and surprises, things you were shocked by? Like, talk to us about the season.
Oh my, to me, now that I begin to reflect on it, I think it was really, really amazing. And one of the things that I'm learning is that sometimes we don't even give ourselves enough credit. Now, we started
Mm,
our first episode on September the 11th. What's the day? December 19th. So we're
yes,
talking a few days over 3 months, I think, September, October, November, yeah,
absolutely.
3 months. And within that time, we recorded 13 videos. I'm like, oh my world. And to add to it is during this process, life was lifing for us. You had
Mhm.
different things going on. I had different things going on, but we stayed committed to the process. So I hope you guys are encouraged by this because what we want you to do is begin to think about your own life and begin to think of, now we're only talking about 3 months. Both of us are involved in other things outside of this. Shalana has things that she's doing. I have things that I'm doing outside of what we do together and what we've done together in 3 months. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Because I know
You
you're the
forgot,
only
you
one
forgot
that
to add that life be life, and within all these months, life is
absolutely.
life.
Yes, it has. Absolutely. What are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with you. It's really been amazing.
Yes.
Just sit back and reflect and like we both had life.
Yes.
Um, and just outside of the 3 months, just over this year period. But
Yes.
if life has lived the way it has in 3 months, just imagine if we really go back to the course of the year and somehow,
Mhm.
some way, through God's grace and mercy, we made it through. We showed up,
Absolutely.
and tried to give our all. We hope you all appreciate it. We hope that you can see our growth because I know I
Mhm.
can. Like
Yes.
from
Yes.
day one to now, there's moments where I'm like, I don't like this one. There's moments where well, Jackie's like, I don't like that one. And I'm like, what's wrong with that one? You're great. And so us just building each other up, encouraging each other, and all the while trying to encourage you all and to bring topics that we think people want to hear. And so I was looking at some of the topics, and I was thinking like, what was my favorite? And I don't know. I,
Ooh,
I I really enjoyed What About Your Friends? I thought
I
that was a
did
good
too.
one.
I
And
did.
I liked, of course, The Odd Couple. I thought that was a funny one for us to kind of
Mm-hmm.
talk about some of our differences that weren't so different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I liked Do You Have the Year? Or Does the Year Have You?
Okay.
I liked a lot of them. What
I
about
did
you?
too.
What were
I
some of
did
your
too.
favorites?
Now, I definitely liked how we started off explaining the difference between coaching and seeing a coach and seeing a therapist. I thought that was a really good way to, set things off. I
Mhm.
love the one we did on the exiting our comfort zones, just thinking about what we need to do and how we can exit our comfort zones. I definitely like Tell Me Something About You. That was fun. The
Yeah.
different questions that you asked and we were asking each other. That was pretty fun. Sometimes it took us a minute to, respond, but that was okay. We wanted
We
to
worked
be
through it. We
honest.
worked through it, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I think I also liked Slow Down. That one was good. That one was good. I definitely enjoyed it. And it's funny how we would talk and we would record and then we say after we were finished, we say, I don't know, maybe I don't know if that one was really good. Then we go back and we watch it. Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Yep.
Then sometimes we go back and say, oh, I don't know. I felt like we didn't have enough energy. But what I definitely again want to encourage you guys is that it begins with taking that first step.
Yep.
We talked about it. It was an idea. We felt led to just have unscripted conversations, just share different things that were going on in our lives and just different topics that we thought our audience would appreciate. And we did it. We set out times. We set out that we would do it on Sundays. And if different things switched, we adjusted and we came up with other days. We agreed to be committed even in the midst of lifing. Is there room for growth? Absolutely. But today we're celebrating these 13 episodes.
We are, as we should. And I think it's so important that you point out that there were times where we were like, I didn't really like, because we're human, you guys, we get in our head. But 99% of the time when we would play it back, we would text each other and be like, I really did like that. I think we did pretty good. And if I had to say like least, I don't even know, but there were moments when I was like, she was so strong on that episode. And I don't feel like I gave my all or something. I'm like,
I
man,
did feel
but that
that.
was the beauty of having someone here with me so that even if I wasn't at my best, or maybe I had other things going on, or maybe she was just more of an expert on that topic, that's okay. That's why there's two of us here. So maybe where I'm slacking, that's her thing. And maybe if she's slacking, that's my thing. And so I love the dichotomy of it all and how we've been able just to make this thing flow.
Now, I like what you said because, during this process, I know we had many conversations about, especially for me struggling, I have a more laid back type personality and I just love your energy. I mean, you just bring it. I think, every time you share, it's with a lot of energy and passion. And I'm sort of like kind of laid back. And we had to kind of work through that, encouraging each other to say, this is how we're balancing each other. So again, I hope you are taking some nuggets from what we're talking about here today, because I think we have a lot to celebrate. Now, I have a question. What should we do to celebrate? How we want to celebrate?
I know, right? So look, y'all might need to give us some ideas because
Yeah,
since we can't like go together because we're in
that is true.
completely two different worlds, we need to
Absolutely.
be creative and figure out how we should celebrate. What if we like set up a lunch or like something like that together over Zoom and
That would be nice.
we set a day and we just
That would
celebrate,
be
maybe have some
nice.
dessert or whatever and
That would
get
be
a
nice.
beer and we just talk and laugh and have a good time. Are you open for that?
I sure am. I think I love that idea. I think that would be
Okay.
really
And I
nice.
want to go back because you said something just about us balancing each other and your
Mhm.
personality versus mine. And I think one of the things we're learning is because, like, y'all can be honest, you ain't gonna hurt your girl's feelings. There's people that watch that are like, that one, she way too much for me. Like, give me the calm one. Give me that calm one any day. Because for some people, my energy is too much. And so I think that's okay. And that's okay.
Yes,
And
it is.
I don't even know that I have the energy because until she says it, I'm like, I do,
It's good
but our
energy.
personalities are our personalities, and God
Mhm.
made us that way for a reason. And so
Right.
I'm so grateful that He connected me with someone who calms me down a little bit, and then He
And
connected
she
her
hypes me up a little
who
bit.
hypes her up a little bit. So I think it's just and I didn't want to over or go by that without saying like I love your energy. I love what you bring to this space. I love that you recenter us and get us right back calm, right back here. Because Coach Jackie's like, well, Coach London, and I'm like, girl, what you doing? So I think it's just a good balance of each
Yes,
other. I love
yes,
that we have really laughed, we've opened up, we've been
yes,
vulnerable. I think
yes,
we can't overlook the fact that it's really been unscripted.
yes,
I
yes.
know you may not think that, but really, we're like, what are we gonna talk about when we get on here today? And then we're like, well, I don't know what you want to talk about. You want to talk about this? You want to talk about that? And we don't give ourselves a whole lot of time to go into points and all of this because we
Right.
really just wanted to speak from our heart. And
Right.
y'all, I don't know about for you, but for me, that's a little scary because
Yes.
you're really being vulnerable
Yes.
and coming from a place of real, true honesty and vulnerability versus,
Mhm.
well, point one, point two, point three, where we've
Mhm.
already thought it out, wrote it out. And so I hope that that has come across to our audience. What's your thoughts
Yes.
on the whole unscripted side of it?
I agree with you 100%. I could just remember sometimes when we're talking, I'm like, oh my God, I hope this goes well. And then as we get into it, it sounds sometimes it's like slow going in the beginning, but as we relax and we just begin to embrace the conversation, then it has a way to flow. And again, your sense of humor, it goes a long way. I
That's
mean,
Donald
sometimes when I
Black.
feel like,
That's my
okay,
daddy.
let me see. And then you'll say something funny. They probably say, she's laughing at everything she says because I just get tickled. I just get tickled. I love your sense of humor. I love your energy, your personality. Oh my God. I just think it's amazing. I
Wow.
really do. I
Yeah.
think it makes a difference. I think it adds a lot of spice to
Well,
the
thank you.
conversation.
I think we're going to
Mhm.
add some more spice next season with some
Mhm.
different topics. And it's not easy
Absolutely.
to come up with topics either. I think people probably don't realize that because, yes, we could go so many ways, but we're still trying to be like, okay, well, do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about relevant things, current things,
Yes.
but we really want to talk about what our audience wants to hear. And
Yes.
so for us, it would be such a blessing if you would just take a moment and say, look, here's
Absolutely.
some things we want to hear about next season. Like,
For
even if you've
sure.
never commented before or said anything, say, hey, here's some topics we would like to hear you guys talk about, especially with first of all, we from two different backgrounds, two different ages, two different states, two different everything. And I think that brings a very interesting dynamic. So you
Mhm.
guys could get it from two different worlds, two different spaces.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's why when we did the odd couple, I
Mhm.
thought this is good because we really wanted to see with our age difference, our
Mhm.
everything,
Mhm.
how different were we? And the funniest thing were we weren't very much different on all of
That
the
is so
topics. We
true.
pretty
That
much
is
agreed
true.
on every topic. So yeah, I can't wait to
Mhm.
see what's getting ready to come up.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to it. I've enjoyed this past 3 months. It doesn't even seem like it was only 3 months. I'm telling you, it went so fast. Now, what are some of the other things that you've been doing outside of what we do together?
Oh my Lord. So I'm still doing, I'm coaching clients, trying to help them with clarity,
Mhm.
and get clear on things. And now that you say that, and we always talk about you with navigating life, helping people navigate life. I
Mhm.
think what a time of year to really start to do that. And although New Year's, we know that could be tomorrow. You don't have to wait to New Year's, but
Absolutely.
what a time of year to really stop and reflect and say, what are some things I need to get clear on? If I'm going to move forward and have the type of year that I believe God's called me to have, on purpose to have, and I'm tired of having the same thing over and over, I got to get
Absolutely.
clear. And then once I get clear, now I got to learn how to navigate some of this. Like, how do I navigate this so that, not that I'm not going to come up against some things, but how do I navigate this? So for me, I've been trying to help people start that process of getting clear on what do you want this year to look like? Um,
Mhm.
because it's not enough just to say it. We really have to put some action items in place
Absolutely.
and have some accountability. So we're starting to
Absolutely.
do that now to close the year out. What are you looking for next year? I just did that with a client today. And what that looks like, what's some of the barriers that can get in the way, some of the
Absolutely.
obstacles, what options do you have available to you, right? Where are you currently? Where are you trying to go? And how can I help you along that journey?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
doing. And what about
Absolutely.
you, ma'am?
Wow, we're kind of on the same path, similar. I had did a 5 episodes on living life bold. I started out talking about how we have so many areas in our lives that we have our emotions, our spiritual, our physical health, our finances, our relationships, and I talked about living bland beneath and bold. And
Mm,
sometimes, is the amazing thing about it is that we don't necessarily live bold in all of those areas at the same time. There could be one
mm,
area where we might be a little bland, another area we might be a little bit beneath. In another area, we're really bold. And that's okay because
Yep.
it's just a process and it's just determining, like you said, which area do I want to focus on? You can pick one, you can pick two, and then kind of set your goals and things of that nature. I actually even created a workbook to go along with the series. So if you're interested,
Awesome.
definitely go to Jackie Evans and you'll see the whole series on Living Bold. And that was really fun. And we talked a little bit about coming out of your comfort zone. That was definitely coming out of my comfort zone. Between us doing this together and completing that series, that was definitely coming out of my comfort zone. So I am so grateful. So we're sharing all of this because we're excited for you guys. And if
Yep.
we can do it, I know that you can do
Oh
it.
my Lord. Oh
I
my Lord.
know
If
that you
we
can
can
do it.
do it, you can do it. I don't we y'all, can we just pause? She just said she did the living boat. Like, first of all, it was so good. Second of all, she's created a workbook. You have to go get it. Like, why wouldn't you? Go get this workbook. And to see her, because y'all, when I met her, it was almost 2 years ago. Very quiet, very, and not the fact that's in her personality, but to see her come out of that shell, it's like she broke loose and it's like, I'm coming out. Like she came out, and I cannot sing, so don't y'all come for me. I already know that when I did it, but I had to do it because,
Thank
oh
you.
my God, Coach
Thank you.
Jackie, like, who is this woman? Who? Somebody come and get her.
Thank you,
She is
Lord.
all the way live now.
Thank you,
So I
Lord.
am so proud of you. I would be remiss not to give you your roses. And I try to do that often because
You definitely do.
you
Mhm.
simply amaze me. And
Mhm.
I envy you, not in a bad way, but in like, oh
Right.
my gosh, if I could just have some more of that. And you have just been such a blessing, just your wealth of knowledge, your wisdom, your encouragement, your ability just to reach out, check in, like so many wonderful things about you. And I just feel so blessed that, again, you reached out a long time ago, maybe a year ago, and just said, hey, just wanted, and you're like, this is kind of weird, and I'm like, no, it's really not. But I'm like, well, I wonder what made her reach out to me, because I mean, we didn't really talk a lot in class, so I was kind of shocked. And I was like, maybe she got the wrong person. I was like, well, maybe she has the wrong person. She might think I'm so and so, but I'm so glad, even if it was the wrong person, thank you for going with it. I really appreciate just you being in tune with the Holy Spirit on that and reaching out to me. And yeah, I mean, people are like, well, what are y'all doing? Well, how long? Everybody has questions. What is it? And is it this? Is it that? We didn't get into all of that. We just did what we felt God was calling us to do.
Right.
And we hope you
Right.
all have received it that way.
Absolutely. And you know what, Shalonda, I'm so excited for your new year. And I know you're working on a podcast for yourself, and I know that it is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I am just like background cheering you on. I can't wait till you begin to do that because I think you just have so much to offer. Again, I love your energy, your wit. I mean, you have so many qualities, and you're very engaging. People, you kind of help people to lean in and want to hear what you're saying. I can't wait. I can't wait. You're going to be doing some amazing things. So as we start telling our audience to step out of our comfort zones, it's
Mhm.
time for us to also step out of our comfort zones for
Yes,
sure.
it is. It is. And when
I
we
put
were
her on the
talking about
spot. I'm
it,
sorry.
yeah, you did. I'm like, oh, you're right. And when we were talking about, do you have the year, or does the year have you? I think
Yes.
it's important because we're at the end of the year to start the year off on the right track, on a high track, so that we don't get to the end of the year and say, do you have the year, or do the year have you? We've already done that this year, y'all. We don't need to repeat that. So let's go into this new year strong. And how are you with that? I think we might have talked about this one time, but with the whole New Year's resolutions, and every year, most of our churches and things, we have a slogan, and oh, the year of 2023 was this 2024. I ain't taking no more. And I was like, you're like, yeah, you're all fired up, and then you realize this has been a year. So like, where are you with all of that? Like, how does that play a role in things for you at all?
Wow, I think I'm really excited, especially after having this conversation. It really reveals what happens when you are consistent, when you put in the work, when you take time, when you have the right people around you, when you have people that are supporting you and encouraging you. So I think I'm a little bit excited. I think I'm ready to stretch a little bit more. Only God knows what that's going to look like. But I think it's so, so important to take time to do that. So just us having this conversation is helping me to get my new year started off right. Loving it.
I love that. If I had to put you on the spot, and I'm like, oh, I'm scared to do this because then she's probably gonna put me on the spot. But
No,
that
okay.
we're not doing tit for tat. We're not doing tit for tat.
She set me up,
So
guys.
I know, right? I am. I'm like, uh-oh, unscripted. But for the new year, just maybe even just in those first 3 months, what is something that you are committing to do that maybe you haven't done already, or that you need to do more of just in those first 3 months of the year?
Absolutely. Well, and the purpose of me doing the Living Bold series is also to get the content out so that I can maybe have like a workshop or either a master class. So that is something that, I am looking forward to having. I also want to be quiet also and really, seek God and ask him, where do I go next? What do you want me to do? He's been really downloading on to me how when we talk about coaching and encouraging people, that there's so many people in the Bible that have had so many of those pain points that we deal with in society today. And that's kind of how the Living Bold series went, using the various women in the Bible, sharing their stories, and then sharing what it looks like in our lives in today's culture. So I want to sit in that a little bit more and see what God wants to do with that. So I'm excited about that.
I am too, and I'm excited that I might get to hold you accountable for that a little bit. So,
Ah,
see how I set you up? I set you
yes,
up. So
you did.
now I know. So now I know what to hold you accountable for in those first 3 months.
And I can't do tit for tat, so okay, we good.
I'm teasing. I just think I think clarity is so important.
Yes, yes,
And clarity cultivates confidence. And so,
yes.
like,
Ooh.
if you're lacking confidence, clarity is what's going to cultivate that confidence, because once you're clear, you could be confident. You know what I mean? Because I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's when you don't know what you're doing that you don't feel the confidence, and it commands confidence as well. Because once you get clear, it commands commitment. Once you get clear, now you got to be committed to the thing that you said you're clear on, right? So for me, I'm like, and one thing that's important to me is that it creates certainty. And obviously, nothing is 100% certain, but I'm a person, I got to kind of know what's going on. And so it helps create that certainty, because it's like, okay, now I have direction. It's your GPS. It's telling you, this is where you're going. It helps you navigate where you're going. And so for me, clarity, I think we say we need it, but we don't take it as serious as we should. We try to skip past that and say, well, I don't have time to focus on that. I really want to focus on, but then it's like, but you don't really know what you're focusing on until you really get clear. And so for me, I'm really passionate about helping people get clear. And I know it's because I struggle with it. So because I struggle with it so much, I'm like, if I can help people not have to struggle with what I struggle with, which puts them way back, they could have been so much further ahead if they just took the time out. Like you said, you're going to sit and get quiet. Even in that was so powerful to me, because I'm like, I definitely need to do that. And so I think sitting and getting quiet and just hearing God's voice, like, what do you want me to do? And then just taking the time to really get clear is so important, so that we can live life boldly and so that we can navigate our life. All these things start with clarity. And so I encourage you all to take serious clarity, because it's tied to your destiny. It's tied to your purpose. So don't overlook it. Don't skip the step. Don't skip the
Absolutely.
step. It's the first step in the process.
Absolutely. Now, as she's been saying, you hear her say this in the beginning of the season. She coaching. She don't know it, but she coaching. So that's what Shalonda just did. She was
Oh,
coaching.
shucks.
So I hope you received all those gems.
Yeah. Oh, shucks. But yeah, so and
Yes.
you guys, you have two coaches here who are very passionate about helping people and helping people along their journey. Like we really truly want to see people get better. And not only that, to see each other get better. And so
Yes.
I hope we have laid that example out as well.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And if I could add one little final thing in here, it would be, even as we're getting clarity, knowing our why
Mm,
is so, so important. I know sometimes, when you have those days when you're overwhelmed, and sometimes even life is life. But when we take a moment and think about why we're doing it, like you just said, because you struggle with clarity. So you don't want to see anybody else struggle with that. You want to be able to support and help people be able to navigate that and be able to pursue their goals and their dreams and be clear on what it is they want to do. So you already shared part of your why. I'm sure that's not all of it, but that is definitely part of the why. So
yeah.
the why is just so, so important that we get clear on why we want to do that thing. Why do we want to improve in self-development? Why do we want to improve our spirituality? Why do we want to improve our health? Why do we want to improve our emotions? And I think when we think about those things, it kind of helps us on those rough days, on
Now
those
she's
low days.
coaching. Yeah, see how this went? Now Coach Jackie's coaching y'all because I'm like, well, she just took my whole line because part of my clarity is learning the why, but I didn't say it. Coach Jackie said it. She's coaching. You have to know your why. You have to know your why. As PD says, if your why don't make you cry, it won't be worth you doing
Ooh,
because after a while, motivation, inspiration, they'll run out. You have to do it because you know your why. So Coach Jackie done coached his own in. In true Coach Jackie fashion. I love it.
so I love it when we tag team. So I hope
Oh
you
yeah.
guys are enjoying this because I am. I'm having a lot of fun. I think I've enjoyed this whole year, just having these unscripted conversations. Like we often said, we have no idea what we're going to talk. We start out sometimes with one topic, and as it flows, we might shift and lean in another direction. We just kind
Yeah.
of go with the flow of each other.
Let's try to, I'm gonna see because I have it wrote down. Let's try to run all these episodes together. So
Ooh, okay.
we've helped coach you
Yep.
and helped teach you what coaching and therapy is. We taught you like how to bounce back. What do you do when you need to have a bounce back? We talked
Mhm.
about self-care. Was it selfish? And we identified that it is absolutely not selfish. We said, what about your friends? Remember you was dancing, Coach Jackie? You was dancing. And we talked about friendships and the importance of them and how they change during different seasons of your life. We talked about, do you have the year? Does the year have you? Oh,
Mhm.
another good one was how our upbringing impacts,
Yes.
and that was a
Yes.
good one on
There
how
it
our
was.
upbringing, that it was okay to ask for
For
help.
help.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you need help, please, please, please ask. I
Mm-hmm.
couple, which I loved, us going back and forth. Seasons, how to navigate different seasons of your life. Oh, that was critical.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about slow
Slow it
down.
down.
I can't
Mhm.
take the heat. So you see what the music hit is. We talked about that. Exiting our
Exit
comfort
our comfort
zone.
zone.
Yep. What
Mhm.
was that other one?
Holidays or holidays.
Yes, yes. And what was that last
Tell
one?
me something about you.
Tell me something about you. Tell me something good.
Now you
Okay.
know we on the same page. That's just what I was thinking.
See, you should have just went ahead and sang it because I'm sure you can sing. Unlike myself, it's always the one that can't sing that's always trying to sing something.
Well,
So
I'd be in the same boat with you, so I can't
I
say.
doubt it. I doubt it. So if as you all see, it's been some really, really good
Yes.
topics. And
Yes. Yes.
again, I just want to close and on my end by just saying how much we appreciate those of you that did listen, that did to,
Yes.
and especially those that you actually listen from beginning to end. We really
Mhm.
appreciate that because it does mean something to us. And even if it
Yes.
was just my mama, thank you, mama, for listening from beginning
Yes.
to end of every
Yes.
episode, and anybody else
Yes.
that did. And if you see
Absolutely.
ways that we can grow or
For
develop, like
sure.
we're open to that. Drop that. We
Absolutely.
also want to know what you want to hear. And we also
Yes.
want to make sure that you're connecting with us outside of just this space if you need
Mhm.
help with anything. And again, if we can't help you, we surely know somebody that can. And so I
Mhm.
look forward to 2024 with you
Mhm.
all and with Coach Jackie. So what about you, Coach?
Absolutely. And again, I echo this. I definitely want to thank our audience. I'm just so appreciative, as she stated, of the individuals who left comments. Some people, they inboxes or message us through texts or whatever individually, and encouraging and letting us know how valuable what they're listening to, how much it means to them. And we definitely appreciate that. Every comment, again, we appreciate that you're watching the video from beginning to end. We just so appreciative of your support, because we all had to start somewhere, and we're just so grateful for all the individuals. We're babes in this right now, but we keep watching us, because we're going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And it's going to get, as they say, it's going to get gooder and gooder. I know
Good,
that's bad English. It's
but
going
it's
to get gooder
good.
and gooder. So
Don't
just
believe
keep
me, just
watching us.
watch.
All right now. So you could tell this our last episode. We're
Yes,
really
because
having
I
fun.
sang like 5 times, so we're probably canceled after this.
No.
Canceled.
No. I was with my what is he, my little cousin. And when I said that, he kept saying something, no. No. So we're saying no cancel.
I promise I will not sing. No, I can't make that promise. I like music too much, but I won't ever do it like this many times in one episode next time. Y'all just bear with me.
This
So,
was fun. You really got to see us even raw. So I hope now you're really getting to know us, liking us, and trusting us. I hope you're seeing our personalities, and above all, know that we're speaking from our hearts. We genuinely do care about your growth. We do genuinely care how we are able to support you, help you get from where you are to wherever you want to be. So we are here for you. Again, send us some topics you would like us to discuss. And maybe we might even have a guest on us next season. You never know.
the
You
guest
never,
too.
never
You don't
know.
know what we're gonna do because we unscripted.
Absolutely.
We're
There you go.
unscripted.
There you
You never
go.
know.
If we don't know that topic, we might be able to find somebody to come help us out.
Right. That's right. So until you have to wait and see 2024.
Absolutely. So we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday season. We pray that you enjoy spending time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Eat all you want. You can exercise and break it down in the beginning of the year. So don't stress yourself out about that. Enjoy this time of year. So we want you to know that we appreciate you. We thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you in 2024. Take care.
Bye.